Italy is so much more than just a country. It's a living masterpiece where every corner seems painted with passion, history, and a touch of magic. If you think you already know the most popular destinations, get ready to be amazed. Today we're diving into 30 must-visit places in Italy, from iconic landmarks to hidden gems that only true explorers uncover. Picture starting your day marveling at the grandeur of Rome, having lunch with breathtaking views along the Amalfi Coast, and ending it by exploring the mystical ruins of Matera. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But we're going even deeper. Each of these destinations holds secrets that only a few know, stories, curiosities, and experiences that turn a trip to Italy into something unforgettable. Capri. They say the sunset in Capri is so breathtaking that many travelers skip dinner just to watch it from spots like the Faraglioni. The Blue Grotto, one of the island's most iconic places, was once used as a nymphaeum by the Romans, a sort of spiritual spa of the time. Capri's famous handmade sandals aren't just souvenirs. Even Jackie Kennedy was a fan of them. The signature Capri perfume, crafted in the gardens of the Certosa di San Giacomo, is inspired by the island's scents, like lemons and wildflowers. The island is so small that you can cross it in a convertible mini-taxi in under an hour, all with guaranteed style. Monte Solaro, the highest point on Capri, offers views straight out of a painting, perfect for jaw-dropping photos. The Piazzetta, the island's heart, has been described as an open-air theater where everyone feels like the star of an Italian film. The Gardens of Augustus provide the perfect contrast between the serenity of flowers and the dramatic cliffs plunging into the sea. A local saying goes, "Whoever steps foot on Capri always comes back." Is it magic, or just the irresistible pull of the island's charm? Venice. Venice is made up of 118 islands connected by over 400 bridges, practically a labyrinth over water. The gondolas, symbols of the city, are asymmetrically designed to balance the gondolier's weight and keep them steady. During the Venice Carnival, the historic masks carry secrets from a time when disguises were used to ensure anonymity at parties. St. Mark's Square is often called the drawing room of Europe for its grandeur and the constant flow of visitors from around the world. Venice's famous canals are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. After all, it's a floating city that has endured for centuries. Did you know Venice is also known as the City of Lovers? No wonder so many people propose there. St. Mark's Campanile completely collapsed in 1902, but was rebuilt as it was where it was. The Bridge of Sighs, contrary to popular belief, isn't romantic. Its name comes from the size of prisoners crossing it. Venice was one of the wealthiest cities in Europe during the Middle Ages and Renaissance, leading maritime trade. Rome. Rome is known as the Eternal City because even after centuries of history, it remains a cornerstone of Western civilization. The Colosseum, one of the wonders of the world, could hold over 50,000 spectators. It was the Maracanã of antiquity. The Trevi Fountain collects around 1.5 million euros in coins every year, all of which is donated to charity. The Pantheon boasts the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world, a feat of engineering that defies time. They say all roads lead to Rome, and that's literal. The Roman Empire built a network of roads connecting the entire empire to the city. The Vatican, within Rome, is the smallest country in the world, but houses St. Peter's Basilica and the iconic Vatican museums. The Via Appia, one of the oldest roads in the world, is still in use and a must-see for history lovers. Rome has over 1,500 drinking fountains known as Nasoni, offering free cold water to visitors. Roman cuisine is an experience of its own. From authentic carbonara to fried artichokes, every dish tells a story of tradition. The Trastevere neighborhood, with its narrow, charming streets, is the perfect place to soak in the true Roman spirit. Dolomites. The Dolomites are known as the Pale Mountains for their unique hue, which reflects the sunset in shades of pink and orange. During World War I, the region was the site of battles between Italians and Austro-Hungarians, and you can still visit historic tunnels and bunkers today. The famous Lago di Braies, surrounded by the Dolomites, looks like a living painting and is one of Italy's most photographed destinations. In winter, the Dolomites turn into a paradise for skiers, offering slopes for everyone from beginners to seasoned pros. These mountains are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, protected for their natural beauty and geological significance. Local cuisine blends Italian and Austrian influences, featuring dishes like apple strudel and canaderli, bread dumplings. Hiking trails in the Dolomites range from gentle walks to challenging alpine climbs, making the region ideal for adventurers of all levels. The road known as the Grande Strada delle Dolomiti is considered one of Europe's most scenic drives, with dramatic curves and breathtaking views. Wildflowers blooming in the valleys during spring create a vibrant carpet at the feet of the mountains. The weather can change drastically in just a few hours, so explorers should always be prepared, with a jacket and, of course, curiosity. Madonna della Corona, Veneto. The Madonna della Corona sanctuary, nestled into a cliffside, seems to float between heaven and earth, a true spiritual refuge. Founded in the 16th century, the site was originally accessible only via steep trails, making the pilgrimage an act of faith. Today, a staircase with over 1,500 steps still challenges pilgrims who choose the traditional route to the sanctuary. The view from the site is mesmerizing, with the valley below and peaks all around creating an otherworldly scene. It's said that the silence here is so profound that many visitors feel an instant connection to something greater. The church houses a statue of the Madonna with a dead Christ, which legend says was miraculously transported from the island of Rhodes. For those who prefer to skip the climb, a modern path provides easier access while preserving the site's magic. The sanctuary's architecture is a blend of simplicity and grandeur, as if the rock it's carved from is part of its soul. Each year, thousands of faithful and curious visitors come to Madonna della Corona seeking peace, inspiration, or simply the beauty of its isolation. The surrounding trails invite further exploration, as if every turn holds a new discovery. Florence. Florence is known as the birthplace of the Renaissance, home to artists like Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Botticelli. The Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, or Duomo, features a dome designed by Brunelleschi that still amazes engineers today. The Ponte Vecchio is the only bridge in Florence that survived World War II intact, a true historical miracle. Inside the Uffizi Gallery, you can admire masterpieces like Botticelli's The Birth of Venus and feel transported through time. The Oltrarno neighborhood, less frequented by tourists, offers a more authentic Florence, filled with local artisans and cozy cafes. Michelangelo carved the famous David from a single block of marble, and the original sculpture is displayed in the Galleria dell'Accademia. The city has a special connection to Dante Alighieri, author of the Divine Comedy, who depicted Florence in many of his verses. The Pitti Palace and Boboli Gardens invite you to imagine what it was like to live as royalty in the heart of Tuscany. The cobblestone streets and historic buildings of Florence make it an open-air museum. Just look around to be enchanted. Lake Como. Lake Como is shaped like an inverted Y, with each branch offering completely different views and experiences. George Clooney is one of the many celebrities who own properties by the lake, adding to the region's glamorous reputation. The village of Bellagio, known as the Pearl of the Lake, is perfect for strolling through gardens and charming streets. The lake's crystal-clear waters reflect the surrounding Alps, creating a postcard-worthy visual spectacle. Historic villas like Villa del Balbianello have served as settings for films like Star Wars and Casino Royale. A boat ride on the lake is one of the best ways to explore the villages and landscapes dotting its shores. Local cuisine, featuring lake fish dishes, is simple yet so flavorful that it leaves lasting memories. In winter, the snow-capped alpine peaks add to the lake's charm, making it a magical destination year-round. Menaggio, one of the lake's villages, is a paradise for peaceful walks and hikes with stunning views. Evenings at Lake Como have a special allure, with village lights reflecting on the water and creating an almost hypnotic atmosphere. Tuscany. Tuscany's landscape is defined by golden hills, lined cypress trees, and vineyards that seem straight out of a dream. The region is home to world-famous wines like Chianti and offers unforgettable tasting experiences. While Pisa and Florence are its most famous icons, smaller towns like San Gimignano and Montepulciano hide incredible treasures. The Val d'Orcia, with its cinematic landscapes, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a must-see for those seeking tranquility. Tuscan cuisine is simple and authentic, with dishes like ribollita that warm both the soul and the stomach. Exploring Tuscany on a Vespa or in a classic car creates memories worthy of a romantic comedy. Siena, with its iconic Piazza del Campo, hosts the Palio, one of Italy's most intense and traditional horse races. Natural hot springs, such as those in Saturnia, are open-air spas perfect for relaxing under the Tuscan sky. Renaissance art is everywhere, from humble churches to grand galleries. The past seamlessly blends with the present here. Every village or small town in Tuscany seems to hold a secret, a special dish, or a breathtaking view, inviting endless exploration. Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre is made up of 5 colorful villages that seem to have been carefully stacked on cliffs by the sea. The trails connecting the villages offer spectacular views of the sea and landscape, making it a hiker's paradise. Each village has its own unique personality. Riomaggiore is vibrant, Manarola is romantic, Vernazza is charming, Cornelia is secluded, and Monterosso is laid back. The steep hillside vineyards produce white wines that carry the flavors of the Ligurian sun and sea salt. Local cuisine celebrates the Mediterranean, with dishes like trofi al pesto and fresh anchovies delighting the palate. The turquoise blue sea is so clear that many visitors swear they've never seen water so beautiful. The train connecting the villages is a quick and efficient alternative for those who prefer not to tackle the trails. Local fishermen still uphold ancient traditions, and you can often see them heading out to sea at dawn. Hidden beaches tucked into coves are perfect for those seeking a quiet retreat away from the crowds. They say walking the trails of Cinque Terre feels like traveling through a hand-painted poem. Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa began tilting during its construction in 1173 due to unstable soil, and it's still standing. The Piazza dei Miracoli, where the tower is located, also hosts the Pisa Cathedral and Baptistery, creating a monumental setting. Climbing the 294 steps of the Leaning Tower is a unique experience. You can feel the tilt as you ascend. The city is known not only for the tower, but also for its university, one of Europe's oldest, founded in 1343. During the summer, the Arno River is especially enchanting during the Luminara di San Ranieri, when thousands of candles light up its banks. The Camposanto Monumental, an ancient cemetery, is renowned for its frescoes and the legend that its soil was brought directly from Jerusalem. In the Middle Ages, Pisa was a maritime power, competing with Venice and Genoa for dominance over the Mediterranean. Beyond the tower, you'll find vibrant local markets and restaurants serving authentic Tuscan dishes. They say the best photo of the Leaning Tower is the classic one where people pretend to hold it up, and you'll see plenty of tourists trying. The tower has undergone stabilization work in recent decades, but its iconic tilt continues to charm visitors worldwide.